Guess who's back, guys?
Back again.
Lawrence!
Guess
Hey,
who's back?
welcome
Guess who's back? Guess who's
it's been a
back?
while. Look
Guess
at him
who's
go.
back?
Hey.
No.
Huh?
You went to the Cayman Islands?
Yeah, how was that? How are the Cayman Islands?
How was your business?
Yeah.
It was the business is good.
Uh-oh.
This is good. Nice.
He capped some fools.
It's always nice to go on vacation, but sometimes it's nice to come back because then you can settle in with some Blue Apron. We'll hear more from them at the end of the show.
Your first question this week comes from I Just Want Hats. With the new Kirby game having been recently announced, what powers would Kirby get if he sucked each of you up?
You guys have never seen me do this, I don't think. But I can speed brush my teeth. So I can brush my teeth and switch hands. Like literally probably the fastest person you've ever seen.
Don't you have a mechanical toothbrush?
I do, but so I had to slow it down for that.
Is that like doping in the speed brushing?
But it is. But then when you switch to that manual toothbrush, oh boy, am I fast. So that's what Kirby would do. He'd brush his teeth.
If Kirby sucked me up, he would gain a natural affinity to the bench press. His bench press would shoot way up. He'd be really good at it, but his shoulders would be rolled forward.
Yeah.
Muscular arms.
Okay, all right.
But they're kind of rolled forward a little bit.
You gotta
and if
stretch.
you ask him to touch his hands behind his back, he just can't do
Kirby,
it.
you got to stretch. You got to
Can't
stretch
do
down a
it.
little bit.
As evidenced by a recent Sayaka gameplay, I have an innate ability to break every game that I play.
You do, you really
So
do.
Kirby would suck me up and then the game would just go away. It would just be broken pixels or I don't know. It would just be he would just glitch through the ground. The
kill
whole thing would
Kirby?
be broken.
Lawrence?
Well, if he hadn't helped me to get my glasses, I think that's obvious.
Okay.
Maybe a graphic tee. He'd have the power to loom.
Okay.
So there'd be other
Prince
Kirby's
Lawrence.
just talking and having a good time, and Lawrence Kirby just roll up and stand there. The other Kirby's would,
Yeah.
hey man, be like, hey, just standing there,
Just
Did
stand
I add
there.
anything
quietly.
to this conversation,
Nope,
Kirby? Or?
adding nothing, just
Okay.
standing, making
All right.
everyone uncomfortable.
All right.
Okay.
No one asked for me, and I'm not leaving.
I was hoping he'd work on a physical loom, like.
Oh,
I
no.
see.
Yeah. I was like, Lawrence looms? I was so
Nah, that's a
excited for a second. Nope, he's just a creep.
Elise?
If Kirby sucked me up, he would be imbued with the power of self-doubt. No, I'm just kidding.
wow.
I'm just kidding. He'd solve mysteries.
Oh, okay.
He
all
would be
right.
able to solve
Like
mysteries.
Agatha Christie,
Yeah,
right?
he'd have a little magnifying glass, and he'd
yeah.
have a little notebook, but he'd like kind of walk in maybe on like Peach being like sexually abused or something. So he'd have to like.
This is a mystery.
He'd be
Yeah.
like, Bowser did it. I think.
All right, Matt Peak, you're back. Give us the best
refreshed
answer.
from your
Best
holiday
answer.
abroad.
Here we go.
Matt Danovic once complimented me by telling me I had retard strength.
That's not a compliment. Not a compliment.
You're gonna hug a rabbit to death. I
was
got it.
perfect.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Saxy Panda Bear says, Game of Thrones is about to start up. Which character do you think you're most like or wish you could be more like?
It's the Game of Thrones question of the week is back.
I'd be Theon Greyjoy because he has a giant penis.
How far are you into the show?
I think I'm only like season 2.5. I'm like, it's great. It's really, really great.
Yeah,
but I'm about
yeah,
halfway through season 2. And he's got a huge penis. I've heard he's like apparently makes love to a lot of women.
Yeah.
And he's he's like a prince. And he's a good dude. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's who I want to be. Theon
So,
Greyjoy.
like, what would your opinion change if he were to lose?
Why would
his-
someone
How
lose
could
a
how
penis?
could how could someone lose a penis? That's impossible.
I am a little more up to date on the show, and I would play as everyone's favorite character, Jon Snow's horse in the Battle of Bastards.
Ooh, because he
one
gets
that
shot by arrows and killed
I was like, get killed right away.
Because that horse at some point is like charging in and must have turned back with its horse eye and look back and like, why am I the only cavalryman out here? And then just sees the arrows coming
Oh.
in. Yeah.
I'm more of a Melisandre because I have great tits.
Oh, I would agree.
Yeah.
And when you go home at night, it all falls apart.
Yeah. My milky white skin. No.
The facade.
Yeah.
If you could have sex with Melisandre,
Yes.
but you didn't have the necklace on for half of it, for the
Wait.
latter half,
Oh, the-
so you could start having sex with her, get
no.
into it, but then about halfway through she had to take the necklace off. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Just close
I
your
guess.
eyes.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Just close your eyes. You think
Yeah.
that's gonna
But
do it when
also
you're
you-
feeling around?
I don't watch a whole lot of Game of Thrones, so I need you guys to kind of course correct me here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Sir Francis
Okay.
Oh wait, of which house though? There's 3 of them.
Watermelon.
Yep, that's the one.
Francis
Francis
Watermelon.
Watermelon, that's right.
I like him because he's got a sword
Yep.
and he's tall
Yeah.
and has a elephant.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah.
You forgot his magic. He has magic.
Oh yeah, he's got the greatest spell of all. He can shoot milk out of his fingers.
And his horrible secret.
Yeah, he's his own son and father.
Oh. Elise.
Who do I think I'm most like? Probably Gendry. I'm out there still rowing. Who do I wish I was more like? Sir Davos, because he learned to read.
Oh,
But he's missing his
Someday.
fingers.
You've seen Game of Thrones, haven't you?
Through season 5.
That's good.
I always like Dario. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Suave with the ladies, good fighter.
All right, but what if you could bang Dario,
Right.
but halfway through he turns into old Dario?
I can still do it.
Yeah,
I'm in.
really? Yeah,
Let's
you
do
finish
it. I'm in.
faster.
His face is so weird. He looks like an Easter Island man.
I'm
Doesn't
in.
matter. I'll be behind looking at that sweet blue hair, holding like a horse.
Next question from Jason is Rejects. What gadgets would the Funhouse Swiss Army knife have?
I feel like you need some tweezers to extract disc shards. Those are in there
that's
too.
good, that's a good
You'd also
answer.
need a disc breaker. It's 2 parts, so it's got like a little mallet in there. So you
Yeah.
pop them in half, and then once all those shards embed in your face, you can pick them all out
Wow.
with the tweezer set.
That's a good answer. I always felt like Swiss Army knives should have tiny little nets. So like you flick thing up and it'd be a tiny net that you can catch
cool.
things with,
Yeah.
butterflies and things.
That's good. I like that a
You
lot.
know,
I like a built-in alarm for every time you're near a sex offender. It goes off, so it's just going off
all the time. It's broken.
Is the problem with me? I think it would have a shake weight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just exercise anywhere you want.
And you guys have all forgotten the most important one, the fleshlight. Of course, it's gotta have a fleshlight.
Yeah.
Because a Swiss Army knife can do everything. You gotta masturbate,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 times a day. So
What am I going to use? My hands?
you're not. That's stupid.
How do you extract the snake venom? You gotta jerk it out.
You gotta jerk it right out. Matt Peak.
I was gonna say a little deodorant stick, just because.
Because you might start sweating when you're jerking yourself off so hard, tracing butterflies.
How many uses does it have?
Lawrence. Next question.
Imporse writes, Funhouse is about to open a casino at the Vegas Strip. To differentiate yourselves from other casinos, what new ways of gambling will you introduce that are exclusive to your casino?
I think we should be gambling on celebrity deaths, where it just has a bunch of like really old actors and actresses. that
What's
you
the name of the casino, though?
It could be like Casino Old.
can- Casino Old or Geriatric Casino?
Or like What Happens in Vegas Dies in Vegas.
Nice, that's good.
Really good.
I want to have gambling where you can gamble on gambling. So someone's at a slot machine, you can sit behind them and bet on whether or not they're going to win.
I love that.
And the casino's shaped like a slot machine.
That's great.
And speaking of being closed, as long as we got venture capital to blow, and I mean blow, I say a blow till you blow table. So it's like a roulette table. We don't use it for that. It's just covered in cocaine.
Okay.
And you pony up and you do as much cocaine as you can until your heart stops, and then we throw you out back.
I want to open a Canadian casino on the Vegas Strip. So everybody wins, and then we just close it and give the land back to the First Nation.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. It's,
Sorry we didn't do this sooner.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's very, very nice.
What game were you thinking, Matt Peak?
I like the idea of a drone racing course throughout the casino.
Oh, you did a horse racing. That's awesome. I thought for sure Matt Peak was going to say that scene from Requiem for a Dream where the two women are going ass to ass and people
sure.
are throwing money down.
That was my second choice.
That one went really well. I'm really happy with everyone's answers. We're going to make a ton of money or go poor.
This is from Rent520. Funhouse gains the power of Mario's new hat from Mario Odyssey. Who or what do you possess with the newfound ability? I'd possess Bruce's car. And like you'd be like, well, I'm gonna go home to like play Zelda tonight. And I'd be like, no way, we're going to Orange County to a ska show.
Let me out, I can't breathe. I'm starving here. I shit myself.
Like I wouldn't have to pay for gas anymore.
I was going to say I would possess a blue whale. I've always wanted to know what it's like to be the largest creature in the world. And I think it also has, an 11-foot dork or something like that. So-
I would possess Melisandre. And then I would seduce Adam, but then halfway through I take off the necklace.
I'd like to possess Lawrence Sontag's computer monitor, just to see what he's looking at throughout the day.
You'd be begging for me to take the hat off, and I wouldn't.
I know.
I would use it to just shortcut my way to a good physique. So I'd wait for Kirby to swallow James, then I'd throw my hat on Kirby.
Your shoulders are going to be all rolled up.
Matt Peak, what about you?
I think some kind of like hawk or eagle or bird of prey or something would be fun.
Fun?
Then you could fly.
And I
You
could
can
fly.
pick up a goat and just drop it.
I'll pick you up a wingsuit and some talons.
You got a hat.
All right, Matt Peak, last question.
All right, this is from Beckman. Have you ever had a rival at any of the jobs you've worked?
I don't think I've ever had any work rivals. I do have my rival at the gym,
Oh yeah, you
but
do.
it's cruel to compare him to me, so I don't like considering him a rival. I just consider him more of a nemesis, someone who I dislike, who's far beneath me in all forms of fitness and social grace.
I had a guy, he actually wasn't at the job, it was on the way to the job. It was always a guy who left around the same time I did. And it would be either he cut me off, or then I get back at him and cut him up. And the same guy, same traffic every day. And I just realized we were both assholes.
Just cutting each other off.
Like, who's gonna get to the red light first?
I think my rival is Jack Patillo.
Yeah, true.
Because both Jack and I, we both love American food a lot. We both have beards. We both have good radio voices. Jack's got a great radio voice. But I've heard that Jack is a sex offender, so at least I have that.
I've heard that.
Over Jack.
Yeah, the Swiss Army knife told me.
Oh yeah, Matt Peak.
I don't think I've ever had any work rivals that I'm aware of.
Not Robot Chicken?
It was...
Was it Seth Green?
He said
No.
no peers.
I knew it was Seth Green.
No, I wasn't aware of it until they sort of canned me and then gave an intern my job. I was not aware he was my rival till after.
Oh, we gotta hire that intern.
Is he still an intern?
It's all...
Is he cheap?
Well, you know, Matt Peak, when you lose your job and you go home, you want nothing else but to fill your belly with some delicious food. And I think the best way to do that is with Blue Apron. It is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country that makes incredible and fresh home cooking accessible to everyone. Blue Apron partnered with a ton of local farms to ensure that your food is sustainably sourced, responsibly raised, and they only provide the amount of each ingredient that you need so nothing goes to waste. This is like one of my favorite things. Elise and I have been doing it for a while. Lauren's been doing it for a really long time. Adam's been doing it. Peak, I think you'd love it. You should probably cook for Bruce.
You'd love it.
And it's
I
great
would
because
love
it gets you to try things that you might not otherwise.
Yeah, just wear only an apron.
Wear the Blue Apron. That's my only criticism is that they don't include a blue apron with which to wear while you're cooking. I'm sure you could order one additionally, but they have a bunch of cool upcoming meals for this month, like Adam.
The seared chicken and creamy pasta salad, the summer squash, and sweet peppers.
Or what about this one, Peak?
The creamy shrimp rolls with quick pickles and sweet potato wedges.
That sounds really good. Maybe Lawrence would like to try the,
Fresh basil fettuccine pasta with sweet corn and cubanelle pepper.
or potentially simultaneously, Elise and Bruce would talk about this one.
The chili butter steaks.
Look at my mouth. Look at my mouth.
Chili butter steaks with Parmesan potatoes
Don't look at that.
and
Look at me. And
and
spinach.
spinach.
There, wow. The thing is, all those meals sound crazy and wacky, and they're things that you'd probably never think to trust yourself to make, but you can make them really, really easily with Blue Apron. That's probably my favorite thing. It's affordable, flexible, easy, and guaranteed. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/openhouse, HAUS. You will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/openhouse. Blue Apron is a better way to cook. I really enjoy it.
Matt Peak, are you going to be able to wear that apron for me when you cook Blue Apron?
Maybe.
And maybe only wear that apron, nothing else?
Seth Green's not watching. You can say whatever you want.
What were we gonna ask, Matt?
How much do I get paid?
Zero.
Oh,
I
you
eat your
gotta pay
food.
him?
I eat your food. I eat it
You
up.
would never eat a home-cooked meal. I've offered to cook for you so many times. You're like, nah, I'm going to Chipotle.
I'm going to Chipotle every fucking time. You can't- Give me that
Apron
food.
brings everyone together.
Put it in a bowl. Go for the boobs, right?
Yeah. What are the
it's not
3
One on the neck.
erogenous
Yeah, so you got
zones?
1 in the neck, 2 on the boobs,
thigh.
and then 3 in the puss.
Well, sometimes the mouth, too. Yeah.
So it's like Simon Says. You go boom, 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 boom,
neck,
boom.
thigh, inner thigh.
That's 4. 5. That's 5. That's not 3.
It's easy.